Hey, how's it going, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is of the day for you. We're here for the second part of the BT8 set review. This time around, we're gonna go through all of the blue cards that are in the lineup as of right now. Um, if you guys are enjoying this whole series, make sure to leave a like down below if it does help us out, and make sure to leave a subscribe if you want to get more information and more content of the channel whatsoever. It really does help us out the channel a lot. Also, if you guys are already subscribed and want to get notified whenever we put up a video, make sure to hit the little bell. It really does help us out throughout this entire series. And just to recap, the last video, if you guys have not seen it, you can go ahead. We went over all of the eggs or the digitamas, as well as all the blue cards that are listed as an actual row. Right now, we're gonna go through the blue cards or whatever shows as a blue card at the moment. Because of the dual colors that are in the set, like if you can see the Master Tyrannomon up above and the Sylphimon, whatever the primary color is on the left is considered that color for right now. When they are doing the set list, but in game is always going to be considered two colors. But for when we review these cards, we're only really going up to Imperial Dragon mode for today. So let's get on to it, as we're gonna start off with one of the cutest chunky boy around, Padamon. Padamon is a level 3 rookie that goes on top of a Digitama for the cost of 0 on either a blue or a yellow. And it does have an inheritable, which I think is really cool that they do it at the end of turn. The inheritable is at the end of turn, you may DNA Digivolve this Digimon and one of your other Digimon in play into a Digimon card in your hand by paying its DNA like Digivolve cost. So if you Digivolve something on top of this, you have something else on the board. At the end of turn, which is whenever you pass over the memory to your opponent's side. So let's say you pass it over so that they have 1 or 2 memories. It becomes the end of turn after all of the other effects happen. Then this will activate. Then you can DNA Digivolve during the end of your turn, which is pretty much at the beginning of their turn. It's gonna be a weird transition, and a lot of people might miss this trigger, might not. It is also in May, so you don't have to. But you can overlay the other overlay. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh. You could stack them so that you can DNA Digivolve. This I think is gonna be a really cool card in blue and in like a couple of decks that are gonna want to DNA Digivolve. The MVP, which I'm so glad. Unfortunately, he's an uncommon. So my luck with uncommons is stupid bad. So I'm gonna have to like scrape around to try get a full playset of these. Vmon for BT8. On play, you reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add two color blue card among them to your hand, and place the rest in the bottom of your deck. This is your searcher, especially for the armor perch deck. You are able to look for a 2 color, which all of your like armor perch cards are 2 colors in this deck. And they're always gonna have blue. For the most part, I believe everything that Vmon turns into will have blue. We just saw in the last video, we saw Flame Dramon, which is red and blue. Later on, I know we're gonna see Magnamon and Ray Dramon, or in this case, they're gonna call it something else. I think Light Dramon or something like that. It's weird. I don't care for it. This is an amazing card. This is a full play set in this deck, no matter what. But Vmon, we get another Vmon, so we get to stack up the deck with as many Vmon, so we can like armor perch in this. Plus, it goes on top of a green like Digimon. It's always good for that too. I have not seen this card yet. Snow Agumon. This is a cutie. It's literally made of snow. On play, you get to trash the top evolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. If your guys are still playing the strip away game, this is actually pretty cool tag just to on play. I think Nokia might be able to, I think Nokia only plays Agumon, not cards with Agumon in his name, so I have to look at Nokia again. But I don't think she can bring this out for free play. But being able to just play this card for 3 costs just to strip away 1 source, still really good. I believe Gabumon has it as an inheritable, so I think this is gonna be like a really cool card to play if you're playing that kind of strategy. Next we're going right to the level 4s, which is going to be Submarine Mon. One of the armor digivolve for Armadillomon. Actually, you can like digivolve this on top of a level 3 or on top of a rookie for 3 costs, or for if you digivolve on top of an Armadillomon, it only costs you 2. It does have armor perch, which we went over last video. Whenever this card will be deleted, you can get rid of the tops of the Submarine Mon instead, and the Armadillomon or whatever's underneath will still be alive. When you digivolve, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of your opponent's like Digimon with no sources gets minus 3000 DP for the turn. This is not bad at all. 4K for to digivolve, it's actually really bad. There are like rookies that are stronger than this, but being able to just minus 3K like anything on the board that has no sources can be really good. It can give it off the problematic rookies that are probably still gonna be played as a floodgate. This does give it off Agumon, does give it off the Madoki Betamon as long as they have no sources. And if they do this thing when you digivolve on top of a like Armadillomon, it is outright a killer. You can play this with Vmon for 3. You can still strip something at minus 3 in minus 3000. This can be searched out from your Vmon as well. So this is actually not a bad card to have in your arsenal for that kind of deck. Next we go to Big Boy Agumon. Agumon, this whole line is one of my favorites. Like Agumon, look at little Padamon in the back, so damn cute. For the cost of 3, you can like digivolve on top of your rookie. That's a little high, but I get it because it is also a dual color, and you can do it on either a blue and a yellow. So that's kind of like where it's gonna be kind of harsh. Plus his during your turn effect is ridiculous. So during your turn, when this make Digimon would make Digivolve, if you have 3 or fewer cards, recover 1. I believe, if I'm reading this correctly, if this Digimon would make Digivolve, so if you DNA Digivolve during your turn, since the Padamon is still considered at the end of your turn, it's still your turn though, but it's at the end of it. If you have 3 or less, you do recover 1. So even if you just put something else on top of this during your turn, if you have 3 or less, you still recover 1. So that is a good buff to your security, to your security. And his inheritable is whenever you attack, if you have 3 or more security, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to your hand. This is a not a level 1. This is a oh my god, a Kendo Garurumon as the like inheritable. It bounces back the level 3s. Being able to do that when you only have 3 or more security is kind of like limited, but you want to be in that higher level either way because you're still playing some yellow aspects with the Agumon, which I find this really cool. I'm really interested on how to utilize this to the best of the ability. Plus, if you have 3 or fewer, you go to 4, and at least during your turn when you attack, you can bounce like a rookie, which is actually really cool. If people are still playing the Pokemons, you can just buy Pokemon. I don't know, I find that really cool. Hookmon, I have not seen this yet either. It is a 5K 5-drop, level 4, goes on top of your level 3s for 2 costs on either color, which is actually really cool. Has no real ability until you get to the inheritable, which whenever you attack, trash the bottom card of one of your opponent's like Digimon. That's really cool. So you're taking the aspect of blue as your inheritable, but you are technically still a black card. I wonder what black gets in their like arsenal, but the fact that you can go on top of black cards with this one card is actually really cool. And if you're using a blue option and this card's out, you can actually use the blue option or like a black option. So it's really cool to have that as inheritable. Okay, not bad. Next, we have another armor purge. We get Frozomon that can Digivolve from a Hawkmon for 2 or any level 3 blue Digimon for 3 costs. It has the like armor purge ability, and I think this completely outranks like Kendo Garurumon, where whenever you attack, you delete one of your opponent's level 3. and the Kendogarumon will only like bounce it back. The Housemon will delete it outright, which I think is really cool. It's really effective. This takes it from your reds, from more of the red side, because red is more known to destroy either level 3s or like 3000 or less DP. I really like this card, and this card is gonna be really cool to try to like experiment with. Next we have a level 5 like vanilla, which I think we had a level 5 like vanilla for the red side too. It goes on top of your level 4s for 2 costs. It is a 7 cost hard drop for 8k. 8k is a little low. To me, I'm used to like 8 mon, so 8k is a little low, but that's pretty mid for the level 5s. Just a classic vanilla. It's gonna be cool to see around. Another level 5, we have Captain Hookmon, which goes on top of the Hookmon, I guess. It goes on top of your level 4s for 3 costs. It's just like a 7 cost to drop. 7k, which is weaker than the last one we saw. During all turns, when your opponent plays a level 5 or higher Digimon, gain 1 memory and draw a card. This will punish your opponent for hard playing level 5s, and that's really cool. This kind of shuts off, not shuts off, but it will punish these structured deck cards, but this thing will still die no matter what. But you do gain the 1 memory and you draw a card, so you get some value for them playing really high costed card. Really, for playing their like ultimates outright, this will kind of hurt them. So that's kind of cool. And it's during all turns too, so it also happens during your opponent's turn and your turn. So that's actually really cool. Next we have Frozomon. Frozomon, it's a level 5 blocker, which is cool. Goes on top of your level 4s for 3 cost. During your turn, while your opponent has a Digimon with a Digivolution card in play, this card cannot attack. Okay, so as long it's not one of the it's not like the Mechanorimon that just can't attack. If your opponent has a source in any of the Digimon, excuse me, I don't know what that was. If your opponent has a source under any of their like Digimon, this thing can attack. That's fine. But you're in blue, so you can like strip away all of the sources, like depending on how you're playing the game. But this actually is cool. Plus, it's a 7k blocker. That's not bad. And inheritable during all turns, once per turn, when a de-evolution card of an opponent like Digimon is trashed, return one of your opponent's level 3 to their hand. That's really cool. So during all turns, if you strip away something, you can bounce a level 3. That's not bad. That's actually a really cool like ability to have. Might catch some people off guard. I don't know. I have not seen many people play the Frozomon, but that's still really cool to me. Next we have Surfymon, which is we're going to the level 6s. Surfymon goes on top of your level 5s for 3, whether it's blue or black. This is a blue and black card itself. It is a vanilla. It's a 10 drop, so that's not bad at all. For 13k, that's pretty huge. For like a mega, that's huge. So I'm down for this one. It's just like a vanilla though. Frostvergermon. I don't know how to say it. Goes on top of your level 5s for 4. 11 hard drop, 12k DP. That's still good. And when you Digivolve, you trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's like Digimon. Then return one of your opponent's like Digimon with no sources to the owner's hand. If you have the Frozomon underneath this, actually, you can actually bounce 2 things, because then you can strip away 1, return a level 3, and this will return another one. That's cool. During your opponent's turn, all of your opponent's Digimon gain when attacking trash the bottom card of this Digimon. That's really, really cool. That hurts. This can actually just hurt the like armor purge like Digimon, because if they don't have like a baby underneath and they attack with like armor purge, they get rid of the Vmon or the like Armadillomon underneath. And when they attack, if they die, they just die because they don't have anything to like. That's cool. That's such a weird tech, but that's really cool. It is on the level 6 spot, but that's actually really cool. Like ability to have. Last but not least, Imperial mode, fighter mode. This is one of the chase cards for a lot of people. Imperial drum mode, fighter mode, and this is actually you can digivolve this on top of a level 5 for 5 cost, or you digivolve for 2 if the name contains dragon mode, which is your like Imperial Dramon. Imperial Dramon, the fighter mode goes on top of this guy, pretty much, or whichever your level 5 goes on top of this guy, the glare of your BT3 dragon mode, for 2, and then when you digivolve, you return one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 DP or less to the owner's hand. You return pretty much everything to the hand besides high DP level 6s. Like, that's fantastic. Just when you digivolve. But when you attack, once returned, if a blue card is in the Digivolution, if a blue card is in this, so if you have a blue source underneath you, you can unsuspend one of your Digimon. So you can unsuspend himself. If you have a green source, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So you can literally, when you swing once per turn, oh, this is nuts. Hold up, this is nuts. So you can literally attack twice with this. If you're using the other like Imperial Dramon, you kind of get rid of your own sources. But if you have the Pyodramon underneath this, it's considered as a blue source and a green source. So you still get to swing twice. And you can like get rid of something like on the board. That's fantastic. Hold up, that's so good. So that is where we're gonna stop. I am really looking forward for like Imperial Dramon. The deck's gonna be so much fun to play. We got Vmon. The Frozomon has some cool text in it too. I kind of want to see what people do with that. I'm really excited to see how people are gonna play with this set. I know there's gonna be the top tier decks already, but let me know what you guys think. Like down below in the comments. I'm gonna get out of here. The next video will be covering the yellow cards and then so on and so forth. This has been a whole lot of fun just going through it and kind of like viewing the set as is. And kind of getting first impressions on cards I did not even think I knew were in this set. I only knew what the good cards were, like Imperial Dramon. But the Frostverse Dramon is very niche, and it's gonna be fun just to play around with random cards in this set. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I can't wait to keep on going with this. Alright guys, bye.